All right, so we got another teaser trailer to Lanterns. Let's see if we like this more than we liked the first one.
This ring, it's the greatest weapon in the universe.
All right, that looks kind of dope.
That's the whole ball game, Junior.
Did you just use that ring to counterfeit money?
No.
Tell me how you got it. The ring.
You know how I got it. I sure as hell didn't interview for it.
Oh, well, shit, maybe you should have. Power like that, shouldn't you have to work for it?
I've been doing this since you were a baby. And the only way you're gonna get this ring is over my dead fucking body.
I think he likes me.
Everybody is lying to us.
We're not leaving here till we find out what they're hiding. Danger's part of the job. You need to be fearless.
How are you chosen for this?
It's only one question. Are you afraid?
Oh,
You afraid?
Are you afraid?
oh, we got Guy in
Are
here.
you
Okay.
afraid? Are you afraid? Are you afraid?
I was raised fearless, and I'll do this better than he's ever done it before.
Then go and get it, John Stewart.
So that tone was completely different than the first teaser trailer. More character driven, like it's emphasizing, putting emphasis on, Hal, on John. You even got a couple glimpses of Guy Gardner in there, so it's gonna be cool to see him in there. I still don't like it. Sorry if you hate me. Sorry if that, means that I can't please everybody. I'm not here to please like anyone. Here to give my thoughts and my opinions on things. And I just don't like this. I really don't. Again, I said this in the video to the other trailer. I don't like the tone of how they're making their heroes look. I don't. This is the second trailer in which Hal is dropping an F-bomb. Again, and I'm going to say this again, right? Yes, this is a Christian channel, and this is part of it. But just listen out. Just pay attention. Your job in anything, right? Right? If you're into, marketing, if you're trying to build something, it can be whatever you want. Your job, if you're trying to build an audience and try to build things, is you're trying to maximize the amount of eyes that you can have on your product. We're talking about the Justice League here. A member of the Justice League, Hal Jordan. And the tone of this show is clearly going to be mature. So it's not going to be, something suitable for kids to watch, right? Young teenagers to watch, although I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of teenagers who watch it. But they're not the target audience. But again, you're literally talking about a member of the Justice League. And again, it doesn't matter what kind of medium it is. If you're building something, right, and you're ready to launch that thing, first impressions matter. And so our first impression of the main Green Lanterns here, right, is a guy who's just dropping F-bombs. I just think it's dumb. It's dumb. Now, you can give me the counter argument of like, well, it's mature. We're not treating it like kids, a kid stuff. And when it comes to what the DCU is doing in James Gunn vision, is that it's this world that has a whole bunch of different type of genres to it. And so I understand that, right? I understand that argument. It's just dumb. It's stupid. And I can easily prove this. Ready? Let's look at some of the other popular, huge, like IPs out there. Let's just take Star Wars. Have you ever sat down and watched a Star Wars show, movie, and not know that it was Star Wars? Where you could feel, this is Star Wars. Even if it's something that's bad, right? Let's look at something like The Acolyte. I can still see in tone, this is a Star Wars movie. Because everybody who's ever been in this business, right, understands and knows. If I'm trying to build a world and lore attached to this world, right, I need to be consistent in what I'm doing. Let's look at another popular IP out there, Game of Thrones. Have you ever watched anything from Game of Thrones that didn't feel Game of Thrones in tone? Right? House of the Dragon in tone feels like Game of Thrones. Everybody lost their mind at the first episode of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I believe that's what it's called. Dunk and Egg, right? Everybody lost their mind about that because the first episode, like the first kind of like 15 minutes of that episode felt like, ooh, this is kind of like different. It's more comedic. It's more, how did you feel by the end of the season? It felt very much like Game of Thrones, right? Because these guys all understand, even when they make a bad product, these guys all understand you need to be consistent in your tone for the audience sake. James Gunn, and let's just throw all these genres into our universe that we're trying to build, right? It's dumb. It's dumb. And again, your whole job is to maximize as much eyes on your product as possible. So having all these different genres, from campy kiddie to hardcore, horror that we're going to get now with Clayface, and that probably will be gory in itself, right? It's just dumb. Doesn't make any sense. And so I'm not really a fan of this. I'm going to check it out. It might be good, but I just don't like the direction. I don't like the tone that James Gunn and the DCU is doing. My opinions, my thoughts. Let me know, guys, in the comments what you guys think. And as always, whether you agree or disagree, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace.